Hello friends, and welcome to another Modern League. Today we're going to be playing Death and Taxes. This has been a deck that we've played a couple of times before on the channel, and we're going to return to it again before Strixhaven comes out and we get some new toys. The list here is fairly classic, no surprises in the main, and then as far as the sideboard goes, we're playing Mindcensor, Crusader. Well, this looks like a keep. Unfortunately, we're on the draw. This would be pretty nice on the play. But Magic's is always a little bit better on the play. Ooh, that sucks. Well, we're going to want to probably get out this Arbiter as quickly as possible. Just because of the nature of Tron. Ooh, that's brutal. Yeah, Arbiter's not even going to do anything here. We might as well scoop and go to the next game. They've already got their tower ready to go. Wow. Can play Thalia here, so at least they can't play a Karn, I guess. But it kind of feels like we're not even playing the same game as the opponent. Here they have 7 mana. And we're working with 2. Going to 3 next turn. Would have been a different game on the play. Would have been able to get that Arbiter down before Sylvan Scrying. Suppose we can just hit the 6. Get the skips going. We don't have anything to do here. We have no response. Oh yeah. Walking Ballista. Yep. That's a good one. So we could kill the Karn with our creatures. Well, we got the Field of Ruin here, so we can take out the tower. But the Expedition map is just going to be able to go get another one, right? So timing is a little bit off because of these things. That sucks. If we could at least get this Arbiter down before they're able to use the map, but we don't have enough mana. It's like barely anything at all. Barely even scratches them. Should have done that on my turn so they didn't have the extra mana. That was oversight. Then they would have had to have spent their entire turn, the 2 lands basically, to activate the map instead of just tap the mine. They're good to go again. I think we can scoop them up here. They can just put down a 4/4 Walking Ballista, and there's no way we can beat that, right? I guess we could flick it. Flickerwisp should beat it. Apparition kills it too. Get a Ghost Quarter. Okay, so we can Apparition the Ballista and Ghost Quarter their tower. Keep on playing. They might as well do 1 damage to us at this point. Yep. Do it on the draw step again, I guess. Well, opponent is playing plenty of forests. That's smart. Wonder if they're playing Thragtusk too. They go and get Expedition map, so they're ready to go get another tower. No, they already... They just had a tower already. Wow. We could just gain no traction. Well, another Ghost Quarter, so that's cool, I guess. They have 5 mana, so they can use the stone. This has been a pretty interesting game. Made more so because we've continued to draw fairly well. I'm thinking Ghost Quarter the tower and then play Stoneforge Mystic. They're probably just going to leave the O-Stone there, yeah. I guess I could flicker the Apparition and then take the stone. That seems pretty good. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, they have another... Yeah, they've always got away. Forever. So we've taken out 3 of their towers. This is the final tower in their deck. So this is going to be 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. With the Maul, it would be 9, 10. So that's not lethal with Maul. We're going to go get Batterskull. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Managed to make it through almost all of the opponent's Urza's towers. This is the final tower in the deck. I'm alright. Playing a bit of Magic. Getting a final league in before the big reset. And I hear people like Death and Taxes. So, here it is. Wonder what the opponent has in store for us here. Ah, all is dust. That's brutal. Ouch. Well, I guess we can play Batterskull. Finishing off Blitz. Oh, well, that's cool. Blitz is a pretty great deck, to be sure. I've definitely been interested to see if something similar to the Blitz deck comes out in Boros colors in the next couple weeks. I saw some pretty good options in Strix. Okay, enough with the lands. Unless you want to give me Field of Ruins, Ghost Quarters, I'll take those, deck. I'll take all of those. Yeah, there was a Magecraft. There was actually two. There was two Magecraft white cards. One of them gives itself +2/+2, and the other one gives all creatures +1/+1. No, that's cool. I understand that. Put X counters onto Blast Zone. So they're going to put 4 counters onto Blast Zone, which is going to put it at 5, right? Yeah, that's pretty sweet, opponent. Nice Blast Zone work. I mean, I was going to be able to return Batterskull to hand if they tried to activate Blast Zone to destroy it, but okay. No, I thought that Batterskull was a 4 cost for some reason. So, anyways. Anyway, the plan is when they activate Blast Zone, return Batterskull to hand. That is going to slow us down by quite a bit. Yeah, the decks would be pretty similar. The biggest hassle, I think, would be the lands. In paper, that's not a problem for me. I own all of those lands on Modo. Not really a problem, just rent them. And I have most of the red lands anyways. I have burn decks, so I would have the Boros lands online. Probably wouldn't have to rent too much of this deck. We put up a pretty good fight here, but yeah. Just buy 4 Arid Mesa? Easy, just buy Mesa. Wonder what that attack was about. Yeah. Not hot. Still have the 3 mana to return the Batterskull to our hand when they activate the Blast Zone. Okay. So we can block and then give our creature protection from colorless. So we're still in a holding pattern here. The problem is the Tron deck has some really powerful top decks. So whereas we're looking to draw Thalia, I mean, we are potentially drawing Thalia, they're potentially drawing Karn. And look at that, Sanctum of Ugin, so the next time they get a big spell, they're going to be able to really reload. Okay, block. And protection from colorless. Aether Vial, that's not really much of anything to be excited about. Let's put this Batterskull back onto the board. Not going to want to attack here. We got to block every turn, basically. But once we put the Germ onto the Archon, things change a little bit. Another Worm Coil. Okay, that's dangerous. They're going to be able to start gaining life. Off by 2. So close. Probably should have played the Vial there. I mean, it takes down the illusion of Path, but they're going to play like we don't have Path anyway. So glad that this didn't manage to trigger off of Wormcoil Engine. Off by 1. If I had attacked with Flyer last turn, they would have attacked with Wormcoil Engine. I could have blocked with Germ, and then given the Germ protection from colorless. So yeah, absolutely, Agent Iconic. That would have been GG if I had attacked. Now I give this protection from colorless, the Batterskull falls off. So I'm not able to kill a Wormcoil anymore. And I'm just treading water for damage. Apparition doesn't help here. Oh, this could be it. They're tapping a lot of mana. Karn liberated. The beginning of the end. I think we can scoop it up to the Karn. We'll bring in the Mindcensor as well as the Revoker. Mindcensor could be good on the play. I'm less excited about Mindcensor on the draw. Close game, that one. Let's see here. So we have the Vial, we have Thalia, Ghost Quarter, Censor. This hand seems pretty good. Ooh, opponent is starting with 7. It's got to be a pretty good hand for Tron to start with a 7. Okay, so we get the other land. We're going to be able to Mindcensor, but not before the Expedition map, so it's a little bit late. Always a little bit late. Fortunately, we do have the Ghost Quarter to be able to take one of the lands before they're able to get too far ahead. Let's just put down the Thalia here and pass back. Now if we're lucky, they'll pass to our turn here. Okay, this could be really good for us. Plays Ghost Quarter. Attack with Thalia. And when they try and search, we'll Mindcensor. Oh, it's so exciting. Oh, they do find land, they find tower. Yeah, that was really lucky for us that they waited. Really dangerous for them too. Like, we even had the Aether Vial on 2, so we could have responded to their expedition map by putting in the Arbiter. Okay, we'll take this up one last time. We get another Thalia, no good. Attack. I want to use the Ghost Quarter to get rid of the power plant. We'll be further off sort of Fire and Ice, but they might just get totally hosed. I think we still do wait to do it on their draw step. And in that case, we might as well play Aether Vial, right? Ooh, they're going to do a thing. Okay, they're going to dismember, so in response, now we'll Ghost Quarter and kill the power plant. They get no land. Nice. Okay, unfortunately we don't have Flickerwisp. Ancient Stirrings finds them power plant, so they're 2/3 of the way there again. This one is a yes, and this one is a no. Almost to Sword of Fire and Ice. I almost wonder if we should be playing the Skyclave Apparition out with the Aether Vial here just to get an increased clock. Okay, that's too bad. They're going to be able to activate that. They have the 2 mana. Hey, thanks, Drive My Bus. Yeah. Yeah, I think that we don't really have time. This one is a yes, this one is a no. Batterskull. We are so far off of playing Batterskull. Stoneforge Mystic would have been nice. Batterskull? Not so. If they take a Thalia off the board, we can replace it. We'll see what they come up with here. They got 6 cards in hand, so they should have a pretty good response to our 2 bears. Bubble Tea, what's up? Ugin the Spirit Dragon, I would say that's a pretty good response. -3 takes care of my board. I get to keep the Aether Vials though, right? Thalia. Because we had Thalia on the board, so we couldn't play Sword. Ooh, the Flickerwisp. That's super good. The Flickerwisp with the Aether Vial. We might actually come through this. So I think we let that happen. We let them do whatever they want. Or we could potentially Aether Vial their mine or their power plant right now. To try and cut them off mana. I kind of feel like save the Flickerwisp till the end of turn and try and just sneak it in as a flash I win. So we're just going to keep passing with the 1 button here. I don't want to pass till end of turn in case they somehow like kill my Aether Vial. Or maybe put down like a Karn or something. Oh, the O-Stone. That sucks. I guess we can maybe target O-Stone with the Flickerwisp. it actually worked? They let it happen? That's nice of them. Oh, wow. They must have, like, hit 6 or not been paying attention or something. They let us Flickerwisp their Oblivion Stone. Yeah, probably. Probably a misclick. I make those kinds of misclicks all the time. I mean to do something and I just hit 1 instead. Because, oh, well, I gotta be playing quick here. Come on. Let's go. What could the opponent even have that makes any difference? Oh. So the Aven Mindcensor here, not as exciting on the draw as it is on the play, but I don't feel like we really have anything better, so here we go again. This hand doesn't really do too much to disrupt Tron. I mean, it has the Mindcensor, but the Mindcensor is really slow. It doesn't have the Leonin. It doesn't have Ghost Quarter. I'm going to mull this and look for something more geared towards the matchup that we're playing. This is what I'm talking about. Leonin Arbiter, Ghost Quarter, this is what I'm looking for. We can get rid of the Batterskull here. Excellent mulligan. We don't know if it's going to matter. The opponent could just have turn 3 Tron and we get destroyed, but they did mulligan a little bit. Okay, so they are set up for Tron here. We can Ghost Quarter if we want to keep them off Tron. And I think that is what we have to do. We could put down the Arbiter, but they're going to Expedition map with the Arbiter on the stack. And then they're just going to have Tron anyway. Oh, no way. They let it just go through? Because they were scared of Arbiter or something. Wild. Or maybe they already have it. Kind of feels bad using the Ghost Quarter here. But I guess we should have. Because they could just go get, like, whatever land, but if we had used the Ghost Quarter, we wouldn't be staring down Karn this turn. So, yeah, that's just bad all around. They probably take the Plains here. I think they take Plains. Slayer, what's up? Just in time to see me everything fall apart against Tron. Yeah, they didn't even need the Expedition map. I guess I could have like Ghost Quartered my Plains there. Go get Plains. Seems pretty good. This is miserable. We have a pair of colorless lands in our mono white deck. We're going to mulligan this. This is more in line with what I'm looking to keep. Okay, looks like we both mulliganed. And we can take that stop off of their draw step there. Don't need that. It's going to be all Tron and Heliod today. Oh no! I summoned Tron. What am I doing? Getting Stoneforge Mystic out here seems pretty good, but getting the Arbiter out would mean that they wouldn't be able to Sylvan Scrying, which what it looks like they're setting up for. Oh, Mystic to play around Dismember. Smart. I would not have thought of that. Looks like they might be going for the search? No, they're just going for stirrings here. That makes more sense. And they find a Planeswalker, Ugin the Ineffable. I'm going to play the Archon this turn instead of doing the Ghost Quarter thing. Let's get some damage on the table. And if they do have Tron land, it'll come into play tapped. So they'll have 5 mana, not 7. Which won't be enough to cast an Ugin. But they also had the 2 mana ready to go. If I had played the Ghost Quarter there, they could have just tapped the 2, been able to still search up the forest. Okay, wow, they did have natural Tron as well. Walking Ballista. Yup. So that will kill the Arbiter. And it was Power Plant they played last, so that's probably the one I'm going to want a Ghost Quarter. And a Thalia. Okay. Thinking probably Stoneforge Mystic, Ghost Quarter the Power Plant. We'll do it on draw step. Just got to keep them off Tron forever. That's all we got to do. Just never let them have Tron. Never, ever. Okay, Sylvan Scrying, yep. They got Tron again. Nothing we can do about it. That's too bad. I guess we can Thalia and then put the Batterskull into play. But we can't deal with the Tron. Not the matchups I wanted to see. But we get paired up with who we get paired up with. So yeah, the Ugin can destroy the Archon, which means they'll be able to continue to play spells after the Ugin. Still, this does cost 7, so that's all this mana. Okay, fortunately, even though the Thalia does push the cost up... Oh, okay, they're going to exile a card from the top here. Thought for sure they would destroy the Archon, but I guess that doesn't really matter this turn. Another Apparition. So Apparition doesn't have any targets. It cannot hit tokens. We can attack here with everything, but we don't have enough mana to equip the Archon, say. Gonna send the Archon at Ugin, and then everything else at the opponent. So if they decide to take down Ugin to destroy a thing, then that's it. Bye-bye Ugin. I'm just putting a bear on the battlefield here. Not really much of a bear. Costs 3 mana. What is that, a Grey Ogre? Oh my. I mean, they're only drawing 2 cards with it, but they also get to Sanctum of Ugin. Opponent is, Yup. This is Tron things. We get the Ghost Quarter, but a little bit too late. Little bit too late on that Ghost Quarter there. We could put the Batterskull onto the Archon, fly overhead, hit him for 6, but then the Ugin can destroy the Archon, so we no longer have a flyer. Kozilek should have reach. Look how tall it is. Guess maybe we're supposed to send the rest of the force at Ugin so the opponent can't just summarily kill the Archon. Because we can take a hit from Kozilek, no problem. So I think I'm like finding my lines 30 seconds or a minute after I should be finding them. A little bit frustrating. Well, maybe they'll attack with all their creatures. Ooh, the Worm Coil, though. I think that's a good game with the Worm Coil. I guess we could draw Path, but we can't equip Batterskull at that point either. Here's a Karn Liberated. I'm going to concede here. It's too much. Bring in the Mindcensors, particularly good on the play. Take out a couple of Path to Exile. What were the other two cards I was taking out before? Giver of Ruins. Not a great hand for the matchup. This would be a fine hand for a different matchup, but against Tron, I'm not too happy about this one. Just Tron things. This one I'm a little bit happier with. We have the Mindcensor. We'll keep it. Get rid of Plains. Hello, Crown. Doing well yourself? Doing a bit of the Death and Taxes thing. And we got a turn 1 Aether Vial this time, so that's pretty good, right? Tron doesn't stand a chance with turn 1 Aether Vial. Now we just need to draw like a champ. Let's draw Arbiter. Let's go. Leonin Arbiter off the top. Come on. Yeah, taxes are pretty popular. As long as we're talking about magic decks. Aether Vial off the top. Not exactly what I was looking for, but we will cast it. They find Expedition Map. We find Batterskull. So they find Urza's Tower with the Ancient Stirrings. Play Chromatic Star. And Expedition Map. So we can take the Expedition Map with the Apparition. Might as well just put this into play so we can start attacking with it. Hello, handsome. How's it going? We just need one more land to cast the Batterskull, so I'm not too interested in drawing a card with the Sunbaked Canyon right now. No way. They just had it naturally? Oh, okay. Yeah. So now I'm more interested in using this Sunbaked Canyon. Now that we've lost the Batterskull. And I could have cracked the Sunbaked Canyon, drawn a card, and then chosen. between giving them the Batterskull or the card that I had drawn. That would have been better. Could have also cracked the Canyon in response to Karn Liberated going onto the stack. And then I could have maybe drawn Phyrexian Revoker, put that into play with the Aether Vial, and saved everything. Handsome with the day off. Lucky. Maul. So that would be 4, 5, 6. Put the card into 4. Can still exile a permanent. I kind of feel like I just want to go on to the next game. They got 3 cards in hand. They have a card we can't kill. This is tough. Plus they have Tron. Yeah. We're going on to the next one, folks. This hand looks fine. We'll keep. Alright, we'll just start with the turn 1 Aether Vial, pass the turn. Spire, Bluff, Canal into Swift Spear. Okay. So we're playing versus Is It. Maul of the Skyclaves. Not exactly what I was looking for. Let's play the Thalia and pass back. Fibble with a bit. Yeah, that's right. Got the Death and Taxes. Classic Magic the Gathering deck. Taking it for another spin before the format warps completely over the new set. No idea how it's going to happen, but just you wait and see. Something's going to be busted. I think I might play the opponent's deck on Friday. With the meta being a little bit uncertain, people potentially brewing with new ideas, new decks, playing Is It Prowess or Burn, I think is going to be a pretty good place to be. Being able to put a huge amount of pressure on your opponent, win fast, might be a good game plan for the next week or two. No, I don't think, honestly, I don't think that anything is going to be super busted. I think that people are going to play around with some things. I personally am going to play around with Boros Prowess. But I don't think that there's going to be anything that rocks the format to its core. Alright, land off the top so we can play Apparition. Let's go. Well, I mean, that is a land off the top, but we can't use it to play the Apparition. We could use it to play the Maul. We could make the Giver into a 3/4 with flying and first strike. That doesn't really seem all that hot, though. We want to keep the Giver back to give other things protection, not to suit it up. It would be difficult for the opponent to kill as a 3/4, and then we can re-equip later. Because what are we doing otherwise? We're just putting an Aether Vial into play and passing. or Field of Ruin the Spirebluff Canal. And they're going to have Mountain in the deck, so they're going to be able to just go get other Mountain. It's not going to be that bad for them. Yeah, it's not great, but I think I'm just going to put the Maul onto the Giver of Ruins here. And then next turn we can maybe Skyclave whatever dragon they play. We're not exactly set up to race against Izzet, though. Maybe we can find something to help out. No way! With a raid. Giglio, thank you. That is a massive raid, friend. So how was your stream? What were you playing? I know that you were on Shadow for a while, but I haven't seen your streams for a minute. Okay, there's their dragon. No surprise. Oh, cool. Well, that seems right in your wheelhouse. Hopefully you did better with Karnza than I'm doing with Death and Taxes. Smack. 12 and 3 seems pretty good. Well, I figure if you just expect the worst, then any surprises you get will be good ones, right? Wonder what kind of horrible nonsense I signed up myself, giving them that extra source of mana here. Not that one. Gotta be able to represent Path to Exile. Okay, it's just nothing. Phew. Manamorphose. Uh-oh. That's going to pump up their Swift Spears. Okay, so they use their mana to draw a card with Islet. Not the worst. Oh, the Lava Dart, though. Lava Dart is going to be able to pump those Swift Spears up by so much. I think we survive here, but at what cost? Because we have to block a Swift Spear, because the Lava Dart here I think is going to be lethal. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. So Lava Dart puts us to 1. So one last card in hand. If they're thinking about it like this, there might be mutagenic growth. We just hit 6 here. We don't have any resources left. Okay, no, they just decided to use the Lava Dart there to get the extra point of damage in. Okay, so yes on this one, no on this one. And we get another apparition. Okay. Feels pretty dicey to attack. Manamorphose, a totally fair and balanced magic card. No way. They just Manamorphose straight into Storming Entity. We really need to find Path to Exile off the top to answer that. But if they attack all here, that's actually a pretty good trade for us. Unfortunately, Apparition cannot target the entity. We'll just take out a Swift Spear here. Go to blocks. Block here, block here. They have no cards in hand and no Lava Darts. Okay. And we'll give this protection from blue. Not bad. Okay, let's get rid of one of their lands, I guess. This should be, I think, their last mountain coming into play. I think generally they play 3 mountains in this deck. Morning, Grey Fox. Thanks for joining us. Let's see here. This one is yes. This one is no. And we just get a Plains. Unfortunate. But we can put the Maul onto the Apparition here, and then it blocks the Storming Entity quite neatly. I don't think we want to attack first. I think we want to be able to give the Apparition protection from blue, just in case. Hunting shiny Pokemon? Sweet. Now, being at 5 life is pretty risky as well. Opponent could just find Lightning Bolt, Lava Dart, a lot of cool cards for the opponent to find here. Okay, so we can set up our triggers here to always say no. Always say no and always yield. So we don't have to look at those anymore. Oh, nice draw. Okay. So I'm just thinking if we need to wait for anything ever. I think we just wait for the upkeep because they have no cards in hand. This way, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to get a land from the path anyways. And I'm probably going to want to get rid of that blue land as well on their draw step. Get rid of that before they draw any kind of counter magic. Okay, they just straight concede from that. Very cool. Lucky us. Very lucky. Alright, let's bring in Champion, Forge-Tender. Winds of Abandon is kind of interesting. Just more removal, more ways to kill their creatures, which is one of the big things we're looking for. That was a pretty crazy win there. Was not expecting that one. Arbiter doesn't seem too hot here. I really like Archon. Skyclave is great. Batterskull is great. Flickerwisp is kind of so-so. But it is a flyer, so it is able to potentially get in front of a dragon or some such. Okay, so we managed to steal game 1. And it looks like we have a decent hand game 2. Not a huge fan of the Sunbaked Canyon. Alright, we're going to go ahead and hit 6 here. And while the opponent's taking their turn, we'll take these stops off. And, okay, just a land and nothing. So we'll play Aether Vial to start. We have Forge-Tender ready to go next turn with a Stoneforge Mystic. I wonder if they just drew that this turn. Because I think they would have paid the life to play that last turn. Alright, let's put in the Burrenton Forge-Tender right away so we can use it if we want to protect Stoneforge Mystic. Because Stoneforge Mystic is getting Batterskull. And Batterskull is sweet. Could also get Sophie. Sophie would be incredible. Give a creature protection from red and blue, basically protection from their deck. But the life gain is so important. Maybe we'll get an opportunity to flicker the Stoneforge or find another Stoneforge or something. Okay, Lava Dart hitting us. Yep, that's fine. This is probably into light up the stage. Cthulhu. Thanks for the follow, friend. And turn 3 Tron. That's bringing back some memories of games, matches 1 and 2. Had a lot of turn 3 Tron going on. So they could even light up the stage again here. That seems like a fine play. Another good play would be shoot Stoneforge Mystic, baiting me to sacrifice Forge-Tender, and then attack with Soulscar Mage. Okay, so this way we only take the 1 damage from the Lava Dart, but they get to see a lot of cards. Fortunately, this 4 damage here, not a big deal. We got a protection from red creature. They don't have Stomp or anything, so we can just block, no worries. Another Archon, huh? Well, we're going to want to get the Batterskull into play instead of Archon. Archon's pretty good, though. Archon is pretty good. Forcing them to only play one spell per turn. But, I mean, like, I really want to put that Archon into play. Because then we only have to protect our board from one spell. And we're ready to Batterskull next turn anyways. We can put in a second Archon. And I'll attack with Stoneforge Mystic here. We have the Burrenton Forge-Tender to block Soulscar Mage. And if their play is haste creature attacks, they're attacking with 2 creatures, Archon can block in that case. Tough choice there. Really wanted to get Batterskull into play, but Archon seems very strong versus Izzet. $69 viewers on Twitch. Nice. Okay, that's your one play. I guess you can also play this Bloodstained Mire opponent. You're allowed to do that. But it comes into play tapped. Alright, I hope they can attack here and think they're going to ambush us with, like, Lava Dart or something. No. Alright, we're not that lucky. But they can play something here good during our turn. Ah, look at this. They have a thing. They're going to abrade the Archon. Sure, we have another Archon to replace it with, so we'll let that happen. I'm just glad that abrade isn't going for the Aether Vial. I think we would be able to deal with that just as well. Ah, another Forge-Tender. Wonderful. So let's see here. We play Field of Ruin. And then we have mana for Forge-Tender, Batterskull. We have 1 mana up. So we might as well just play Sunbaked Canyon so it looks like we have Path to Exile up. And we put the Archon of Emeria into play once they put a spell into the stack. So that we can try and get them so they can only play 1 spell. And it's not something that targets Archon. Ideally, they'll play something like Manamorphose. Okay, so Opt is on the stack. This is their opportunity to cast any more spells. Want to cast any other spells? This is it, right here. Manamorphose, yep. You're not going to be casting creatures, though. Alright, what's it going to be? What's it going to be? I think they can see the Archon about to come into play here. Where's this Lava Dart going? Lava Dart going at Mystic? And this is a Lava Dart from their hand, I think. So we go ahead and activate the Mystic. I suppose it doesn't really matter. We can activate the Mystic whenever, and if they, like, kill the Mystic in response, doesn't matter. Batterskull still hits play. So if they want to sacrifice a land here to try and kill Mystic, I mean, the Mystic will die, but we're still going to get our Batterskull. We can put the Germ onto a Burrenton Forge-Tender, so we'll have a 5/5 lifelink vigilance protection from red. No more spells for you, opponent. After the opt, of course. But we have double blocks. The Forge-Tenders easily block the Soulscar Mages. And we have land to equip Batterskull. Alright, this one's going to be an always no and always yield. Equip to a Forge-Tender. And attack. It's looking pretty good. Okay, that's their one spell this turn. Kozilek's Return, not going to kill this Forge-Tender. It probably would give it -2, though. Yeah, it would give it -2. Not the worst. Flickerwisp. Okay. Neat. So I could flicker something. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to keep this one back. The Lightning Bolt on the Archon. Should have played maybe Thalia there. They have no chance. Okay, so they go for the Kozilek's Return. Early for whom? Well, this is going to get most of my stuff off the board, but we're still going to have this wicked Forge-Tender for them to deal with. The world. You'd find my European fan base is fine with my starting time. Also, hello world. I live in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Another Archon. Oh, the hits keep coming. You live an hour and a half away from Halifax. No way. That's a trip. Short trip, though. A few dozen at least. Yeah, a trip to Brazil would be a ways, though. Good pauper scene in Brazil, though. Where's this going? This is going at the Archon? Sure. Let's see here. They have another dart in the graveyard? They don't. So this is the only spell they can put onto the stack right now. Let's put another Archon into play and ruin their day. Boop. GG. Yes, indeed. Okay. So we got an opponent that has a Luris here. Could mean a few things. Generally, that's going to mean Jund Shadow, but it could also mean Hammer Time. It could mean Devoted Devastation. There's a lot of options here. This hand, not fantastic, but it does have Apparition. Apparition is super good versus the Shadow decks. Not a huge fan, but I'm going to keep it. We've got a lot of mana to cast our spells with. We just need to draw spells off the top. Let's see if we can get lucky. Okay, so Blood Crypt, this is going to be the Shadows. And turn 1 Thoughtseize, that's bad news. Gets rid of one of our only spells. It's going to almost certainly be the Apparition. I mean, we should have, honestly, like... It's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if you're mulliganing to 6 against Thoughtseize, that's bad. But if you keep a 2-spell hand versus Thoughtseize, that's bad. Ekros is a Shadow fan. I'm a Shadow fan too. I think a lot of the viewers are Shadow fans. And Shadow math is some of the most interesting math that you can get in Magic the Gathering. Okay, thanks Moto. Moto's just letting me know that at some point it's going to quit on us. Okay, here comes a Tarmogoyf. I don't want to Path to Exile that if I can Path to Exile it with an Arbiter in play. They could be loaded up on removal. It is dangerous to put the Arbiter out, but what am I doing if I'm not doing that? And they could potentially have Thoughtseize in hand, so if I keep it in hand, it's not safe. Doll of Cutie with the raid. Thanks, friend. How did your league go? Be careful, you only have 3 more days to finish the league. I think it's closer to, what, 3 hours? Yeah, getting a couple of raids today. Got a raid from Doll, and I got a raid from Giggy. Stoneforge, huh? So we could go Stoneforge Mystic, go get Batterskull, then next turn, Arbiter Path. Seems good. Thanks for the luck. I'm going to need it. Three-two with Lura's Companion list. Cool. Because, yeah, I've seen you play Luris in the main deck in Golgari midrange. Were you playing like a Golgari midrange again, or was this something else? Don't like that 2 mana open here. Tap down some more mana, opponent. Play another card. Oh, that's a scary card. I take it back. Don't play cards. They're scary. Your cards are scary, opponent. Get out of here, scary demon. Scourge is gone. Exiled. No land for the opponent. Arbiter says no. I mean, there's no downside, right? Ooh, fatal push. Okay, well. Bye-bye, kitty. And a Thoughtseize gets rid of one of our equipments. 0 downsides. 1 mana exile creature. Period. Okay. Don't have much left. But these Sunbaked Canyons can maybe redraw. Get us towards some gas. Gonna have to find an answer this Tarmogoyf. Another Apparition would be in order, I think. Archon. Not exactly what I'm looking for. I don't think we win this race. Are we? Oh yeah, that's right. Because this is actually taking... If we don't tap the Sunbaked Canyon, we are winning the race. This is going to take too long with the Tarmogoyf. That also supposes that they play nothing and we play only Maul. They're going to have another thing here. Scourge is real scary. Real scary. Well, it looks like our plan is gone to rot. So I think we have to draw with Sunbaked Canyon, try and find path. Stoneforge. Well, Stoneforge can block the Scourge. Also, Tarmogoyf is bigger now. That was actually the first land going to the graveyard. That's, okay. It is what it is. Doll of Cutie with the resub. 2 months. Hey, thanks a lot, friend. Thank you for the support. That means a lot. Yeah, generally you can assume that there's a land, but this time, this was actually the first one. We went ahead and grew Tarmogoyf when we cracked the canyon. So I feel like we kind of have to attack with Archon. We're going to block this Scourge, But we are in so much trouble. We're going to need to continuously put up blockers. Bowbear, thanks for the follow, friend. I mean, nowhere near as sus as your opponent just, you know, like, I don't know, what power and toughness does the Tarmogoyf have? Yeah, unfortunately, I do not see a way through this game. Death and Taxes is a hit. A lot of people like this archetype. Think we were supposed to go Thalia Maul? Oh, well, this is death anyways. We can concede. Yeah, I think the Thalia Maul would have been pretty good there. Instead of drawing the Mystic. Alright, let's bring in the Mirran Crusader. That's what it's here for. Bring in the Auriok Champion. That's what it's here for. Bring in the Winds of Abandon for sure. So that's already 6 cards in. Mr. Rabe, welcome. We have an all-star cast of streamers in the chat here. DPV, thanks for the follow, friend. Oh, excuse me. Fangler with the bits. All the bits you can eat. Thanks, friend. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in what we can be taking out right now. Any feedback on what we can be removing would be interesting. Maul of the Skyclaves, yeah, we got a one of in here, but I'm not too sure that we really want that in this matchup. It could be pretty good to be able to get the last points of damage through, be able to fly in and smack. Mr. Grey Fox with the bits. Thank you so much, bud. Thalia, not so good. It's half and half. They do play a lot of spells. A lot of one-drop spells that we would be doubling the cost of. I'm kind of thinking the Arbiter isn't too hot. But they do play a lot of fetch lands. We could cut them off mana. Arbiter could be really strong. Oh, this is really hard to figure out what we're supposed to cut. I'm going to take out Sword of Fire and Ice. I'm going to take out a pair of Arbiters. I'm going to take out one Archon. We got 2 more cards to take out. I'm going to take out one Thalia, 1 more card to take out. We're going to take out one of the Stoneforge Mystics. We're going to keep the Maul and the Batterskull. Getting life is good, and we might be able to sneak a win if we just give it flying and attack over their creatures. Okay, well, this is an easy mulligan. We don't have to spend any brain power on this one. And we'll keep this. Get rid of one of the Stoneforge, keep the 2 Path to Exiles. Good spells. Do we have those? Oh, it's all good. We were playing against Death Shadow. Jund Death Shadow. Okay, so they're going after the Giver of Ruins right away with a Lightning Bolt. We're going to put the Stoneforge Mystic out, but we draw the Batterskull. That is not what we wanted to see here. We wanted to put the Batterskull into hand with the Stoneforge. We do still have 1 equipment into the deck, so it's not a total loss. Sideboarding was, I did kind of like, I trimmed here and there. I wasn't exactly sure on what cards I wanted to get rid of, So I got rid of Sword of Fire and Ice, Thalia, one of the Stoneforge Mystics, 2 Arbiters, and an Archon. I was more interested in what I was bringing in, which was mostly a lot of removal. Be able to kill their creatures turn after turn after turn. Exile them, just get them out of here. If you want to go 5-head, get tank on the search. Which one am I supposed to get? The Batterskull or the Maul. Could be the sword. They're all good. Flickerwisp. Yeah, I could see that. Speak of the devil. Would have preferred a land here. We actually have nothing we can do. We just have to pass. We might as well attack with Giver of Ruins. Yeah, that makes sense, Ekros. Donut with a follow. Thank you, friend. Welcome back. I mean, it's particularly bad right now. Just rotting in our hand. The Kozilek's return. Are we supposed to path the Giver so that we get 3rd land? I think so, right? We'll probably draw land anyways. These paths are really valuable to us to get rid of their Tarmogoyfs. Everyone thinks we cast the path, get the land? Okay. I'm pretty close on it. I like keeping the path for removal spell, get rid of their creatures, but we were hurting so much on these lands. We're going to actually be able to cast our spells now, which is nice. Yeah, we're going to draw lands off the top nonstop from now on. All lands all the time. Here we go. See? Yeah, we just have to get a whatever. And this Flickerwisp isn't very good. We don't get to flicker anything of consequence. Yes, getting closer to Batterskull is very nice. We're just going to flicker one of our planes. And I'm also into path to exiling the Tarmogoyf on the opponent's turn here. Reason being, if I can avoid taking damage, then that means they cannot cast their Scourge. Yeah, we're going to do it during their combat. Rumors about Modern Horizons 2. Oh my. Sanctum Prelate and Recruiter. Recruiter would be pretty scary. And I don't know what Prelate does off the top of my head. Oh my. That would be crazy in Modern. Flickerwisp, give me a break. I'm just going to Maul here. Attack for 5, attack for 5. That's the plan. Opponent has something to say about my plan. Yeah, I think you're right. And we don't have the mana for Flickerwisp to be able to save anything here. Yeah. Yeah. Womp womp womp. That's me not thinking these things through. Better off just attack with Flickerwisp there. But they weren't able to point the 2 damage at our head, which means they don't have their Scourges yet. Still can't cast Scourge. Yep, 1 less K command for the Batterskull. They did put Lurrus to hand, but there's actually nothing in the graveyard for the Lurrus. Come on, land off the top. Oh, the Flickerwisp. Deck heard that you didn't think Flickerwisp was good. That's all we're drawing. Oh, that's good stuff. That is good stuff. Alright, I guess we just Flickerwisp our land again, because what else are we doing? We're only playing 3 Flickerwisp. We got all 3. And we drew all 3 in a row, didn't we? That's why we put him in the deck, to draw him. Exactly. Yeah, we're taking the damage this time. Not blocking this, we're going to race. Oh wow, I figured for sure Scourge would be coming down. No Scourge, no Lurrus, no nothing. Field of Ruin, we can finally get Batterskull into play. Ah, okay, we had one early. Okay. Witch King with a follow. Thank you, friend. Smack, take 3. Here's a Batterskull. No cat with no targets. Why expose it when you don't have to? The kid is not a fan of taxes. Oh, come on. Don't do it again. Don't. Okay, it's Lurrus. Opponent had me scared for a second. The way they tapped the mana, I thought it was Colligan's command again. So they have 1 card in hand. This could just be lethal. I intend on blocking this because I intend on equipping with Batterskull anyways, so why not block? This way we get to gain life. Yeah, we're going to equip, so I'm going to fly in for 8 is the plan. They need removal spell for Flickerwisp. So far, so good. Swinging for Xaxes. Opponent letting us sweat. Do they have it? They're fetching. Could be Fatal Push. Is their last card Fatal Push? It is. Ah, damn. Too bad. As if their last card was Fatal Push. So good against us. Alright, so we're going to flicker the Batterskull. We'll try again. We're going to take a huge punch. That's just so much damage. Oh, the Grim Lavamancer. Good one. Not for me, but for the opponent. Very strong. They're going to be able to kill the Flickerwisp. Let's get something good off the top here. Wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can just clear the board. What a good draw. And they had no basics to find. Ha 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 ha. So clutch. Now we get to flicker the Batterskull. Flickerwisp is looking pretty good now. 0 drawback. And cut them off of some of their mana here. First time seeing that in Modern. I've been lucky enough to cast it like that a couple of times. One time in the mirror match, and one time now. Not something you see very often, but it can just absolutely win a game. Okay, so they're going to Fatal Push the Germ. Sure, that works. So what do I do here? Do I equip the Batterskull to the Flickerwisp? I don't think I put it back to my hand. If they have another command, that's going to be super good, but they don't, so they scoop them up. Phyrexia 26. Thanks for the follow, friend. Thank you, Ekros. We got very, very lucky with the extremely well-timed Winds of Abandon. We're definitely going to be taking out at least one of the Flickerwisp. Infin, thank you for the follow, friend. Yeah, got lucky with the top decks there. I'm kind of like, I think I do want to rip. First off, it's really good versus Tarmogoyf. You know, just having one of those means that any future Tarmogoyf is just going to be a 0/1, and then it also turns off the Lurrus, so I'm fine with playing 1 Rest in Peace. I don't think I would want to play 3. I don't think I would even want to play 2. But playing 1, I am so happy with that. We did take 1 Thalia out, but I think that Thalia does still have a place against this deck. Opponent has a lot of 1-drop spells, 2-drop spells, and being able to tax the Colligan's Command or Kozilek's Return is pretty good. Would run 2 or 1 on the Thalia, or 1 Rest in Peace seems good. I could see taking out 1 more Thalia, but what would we really bring in for it? One more rip. And if we're going to do that, we should swap that one out so that we have 2 that are the same art. I know, total savage, right? But I actually own some Rest in Peace for my burn deck. When I built the burn deck, I just bought the cheapest cards possible, so sometimes they don't match, unfortunately. That's what I get for being cheap. This hand seems okay. Oh, I do like foils if possible. Foils are nice. Oh, the Grim Lavamancer to start. What a pain. With the slaps. Just walk into the room and slap everybody like Burakima. That's one way to get everybody's attention. Alright, we'll throw Giver of the Runes onto the board. Pass turn. Gotta keep everybody in line. Fetch land with Grim Lavamancer. What a combo. what do we got here? Lightning Bolt. Do we need to path the Lavamancer? It's pretty close. I think I'm going to try and wait a turn. Can't really play Giver into it, though. Let's see what we draw here. If we draw land, we're just going to wait. We do get land. Okay, so I can potentially go Leonin Arbiter, and then when they activate Grim Lavamancer, I can path the Lavamancer, and they won't get the land for it. From the Crypt, welcome, welcome. You missed some turn 3 Trons. Matches 1 and 2. We played against some very talented, super skilled Tron players. Okay, so they go for the path there. And it looks like they're just going to leave the Grim Lavamancer up. So they're going to be able to kill the Leonin Arbiter. Makes sense. How does this channel have no bongos? How do I make bongos? These are the things that I'm going to have to learn. Better Twitch TV emote. Alright, I'll read that after the league. Find out what's going on with that. Because we are definitely into doing some things to make this channel better. Even better, Twitch TV. Because, I mean, why start with a regular level of good when we can get extra good right from the start? Hey, that's cool, friend. I've usually been making the emotes for my channel myself with a little bit of Photoshop. Been having a lot of fun with these ones here, but that Twitch stuff, I've seen a lot of other people use it on their channels, so shouldn't be too hard to put it into this one. Hey, thanks. I think that was actually Handsome's idea, the monkey paw. Okay, so if we path to exile the Grim Lavamancer, they're going to have to pay the mana. They had to pay the mana for the Foothills anyway. Doesn't feel great, but we got to get rid of this Lavamancer. It's just ruining our day. Oh, okay, they don't even pay the 2 mana for the path? But this also means they're not going to have to pay the mana for the Foothills, so they'll have 3 mana on their turn. Yeah. That's exactly it, Fangler. We're going to figure out the add-ons after the stream. I don't think it'll be very difficult, but now that I have the words to look for on Google, I should be able to figure it out. There's only some way we could make the opponent gain life. I guess we play Giver Maul? I mean, what else are we doing, right? Yeah, right? Nice 1/1. Okay. Kroxa makes us discard a land. Nice forest, opponent. How are you going to cast your Kroxa with a basic forest? No, 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 no. Don't kill my dude. Don't kill my dude. Don't kill it. Oh, they have a dismember. They're killing my dude with a dismember. Makes their shadow big. Their shadow's big and strong. Alright, we got a top deck real good here. Alright, let's go. Top deck. Not quite what I was looking for, to be honest. Flickerwisp. So we could flicker the Maul, put the Maul onto the Flickerwisp, and then Flickerwisp blocks Death Shadow. Mirran Crusader would have been really nice. Okay. Don't lose any life, opponent. Have nothing at all, please. No, that's not nothing. Okay, they go to 6. We take 7. So I take this and hope that I have, I don't know what, something to block Shadow with next turn. They have Kroxa. Oh yeah, that's true. The Blood Crypt does kill us with the Kroxa, but they don't have enough cards to escape it yet, so we don't have to worry about that just yet. Okay. Pretty lucky so far. We need creature off the top. We do get creature, so this can block the shadow. Lurrus Kroxa kills us? Yes, that's true too. So we are dead. Like there's nothing we can do. That's true. The Archon stops that. They cannot Kroxa. So what about our Ghost Quarter here? I don't think we're supposed to Ghost Quarter anything because then they just go get Swamp anyway. And that puts an extra card into their graveyard so they can Kroxa. So let's just pass here. The problem is they attack, I'm forced to block, and then they can still do the Kroxa, the Lurrus Kroxa thing anyways, because I have to block. Yeah, it is over. Close one, though. Really close. And opponent still has to do it, right? Like, they should be able to see it, but they still have to do it. Oh, and I should have Ghost Quartered the Blood Crypt here in response. No, that's not going to do anything. They would just tap in response and have the mana regardless. GG. Good game. Hard fought. This hand. This hand is something. Let's go for Tron a third time. Nope. Snow-covered islands. What is this? Is this fairies? Are we playing Pauper? What's going on? Oh, that's fantastic. How does Kenny feel about that? And is his ringtone just Judge? Could be Storm. Serum Visions, Spirebluff Canal, Snow-Covered Island. Looks like Storm. We're probably even going to see a Stormlord right here. So we're going to put Thalia down. Yep, there's the Stormlord. And here comes Thalia. Here she comes to wreck the day. Oh, wow. Those Scourge of the Skyclaves are expensive. Thalia versus Burrell. Yep. The Serum Visions apparently still cost the same. Oh, Leonin Arbiter. I guess we could get a little bit of work done with the Arbiter. A little bit of Field of Ruin, Ghost Quarter work, perhaps. Maybe I'll do some Stoneforge stuff first. Oh, they're going to remand it. Okay. So we can Ghost Quarter now and kill one of their lands. Let's do that. Gone. Opponent's going to have problems keeping lands in play. Oh, that's a mistake. Because the Leonin Arbiter here. I think we still have time. Okay, not that bad. We didn't screw it up too much. So I guess we just get Batterskull. Maul the Skyclaves is pretty good. Allows us to attack over whatever they're doing. Sort of Fire and Ice would allow us to draw cards, maybe kill their Stormlords. So it looks like pretty much all of these are good. Let's go with Sword. Alright, Ghost Quarter here to keep them from tapping their lands to do anything. If they tap their lands, then we get to destroy one of their lands. Okay, so Manamorphose here. They only have one land up, so I'm going to be able to Ghost Quarter one of their lands in response. Could get the Snow-Covered Island here. I don't necessarily know that that's any better than hitting the Steam Vents, though. Because they're just going to tap it in response. They'll have that mana anyways. Wouldn't it be better to just get rid of a red source? Okay, so at this point, we have nothing else we can do. We're totally tapped out. So we'll hit the 6 button and let the opponent do their worst. Adaptoterra with the follow. Thank you, friend. And good match yesterday. I think you were playing Pestilence. And I was playing the Lookout combo. Ancient Greek, thanks for the follow, friend. Okay, here comes a Grape Shot. Yeah, I guess they're going to kill our board. Seems pretty good. Why don't you just kill all my stuff? Why not? Damn. That... Wow. And they just happen to have empty warrens in the main, too? GG. Yeah, I've gotten a few viewers from opponents. Alright, so always no, always yield. Not that it matters, we're going to be dead in a turn. We don't have any answer to this. No answer to that in the main. I mean, we have Winds of Abandon in the sideboard, but do we realistically want to bring in Winds of Abandon versus Storm? Bring in Rest and Peace? Bring in Mindcensor versus Gifts? Giver of Ruins doesn't seem very good. Do we want to bring in Winds of Abandon? They might be better than, like, Path to Exile, for example, just because they are a potential answer to Empty the Warrens. Okay, let's see if we can find some Skyclave Apparitions for their Stormlords this time. This hand looks okay. Not great. We don't have the Thalia. But I don't think we can ship it back, right? Winds is kind of clunky. Alright, Thalia off the top, like we always had it. Right from the start. Why would he even keep the hand if it didn't have Thalia in it? No such luck. Okay, Archon on top. Let's go. Archon's next. Oh, they do have the Lightning Bolt for the Stoneforge Mystic there. But Sword of Fire and Ice is fairly easy to cast. If they put a Stormlord down here, we'll apparate it. Okay, they do, so we will. Leonin Arbiter. Thymos, thanks for the follow, friend. Alright, get rid of that Electromancer. Pass back. Stupid Baral being a 1/3. I can't even attack through it. Oh well, we got a pair of Ghost Quarters here. So we could use those. Wreck the opponent's mana base. And a Field of Ruin? Could we get all three? We could do all three. We could just destroy the opponent's lands so they have no mana left? No, because we can't play 2 lands in a turn, obviously. We could Ghost Quarter the Spirebluff Canal and still play the Sword of Fire and Ice. I think that's probably our best play. Oh, this is probably a Lightning Bolt for the Arbiter. Oh no, it's a Manamorphose. They're going off. Ah, I see. So they use the 2 mana from the Manamorphose to pay for the Arbiter. So they are able to get the land. Pretty good play from the opponent, honestly. Respect that. Okay, we get Sword of Fire and Ice. We can start attacking next turn. Okay, we actually don't have anything to do. I'm going to hit 6 here. Opponent might just have it. Well, they play that land tapped, so I don't think they have it. They concede. Oh, wow. Yeah, Sword of Fire and Ice, too good. Oh, wow, yeah. I mean, it depends on which side of the Arbiter you're on. Feels really good if you slam down that second Arbiter and opponent, womp womp. You don't have enough mana to pay for that fetch land there? Too bad. I think you're right there, said Slam. A little bit premature, in my opinion, but we don't know what's in their hand. Vinny Vince, thanks for the follow, friend. Out Maul, what would you bring in for that spot? Maybe the Path? Put another Path? Yeah, I like that. Okay, here we go. Game 3 of match 5. We have the Thalia. That's a keep. The Forge-Tender, you think? I suppose it could save some of our creatures from like a lightning bolt or some such. Another Thalia. In this matchup, I particularly like that. Being able to put down a Thalia and then have an Aether Vial to slam down second Thalia could be good. So do we slam Thalia or Winds of Abandon on the Baral here? Probably just the Thalia, right, chat? Yeah, terrible draw. Aether Vial was really not what we're looking for here. But this Aether Vial heading up to 2 is going to be pretty good. We're going to have Winds of Abandon to get rid of Baral here in a second. Win so you can Vial plus Thalia next turn. I like it. Oh, wow, they have the Abrade for the Aether Vial, but we get to keep the Thalia. They're leaving the Thalia on the board here. Interesting. They're probably going to go for it next turn. I think Winds on the Baral here is going to be pretty good. So unfortunately, this is a sorcery. We have to cast it on our turn. But I am definitely into getting rid of this Baral. Bye-bye, Stormlord. They do have a lot of mana. Oh, and another Baral. That's a problem. Let's get something good off the top here. Come on, Archon. Let's go, Archon. Deck. Just feeding me lands. We already had a land-heavy hand. Alright, so I guess we can Field of Ruin. I guess. Yeah, not been the best. Not the best. Oh, and they have the answer to the Thalia. They only have 3 cards in hand, but this could be GG. Pieces of the Puzzle. Pretty good one. No Gifts Ungiven, but quite a bit cheaper. And it looks like they're going to be able to put pieces of the puzzle into their hand. No, they put pieces into the graveyard here. They go for Desperate Ritual Grape Shot. They had a pieces of the puzzle already. This is brutal. This should be GG, I think. No, they've tapped off of mana. So it's going to be our turn again? We're going to be able to play a Thalia? That's nice of them to let us have another turn. I thought for sure we were dead there. Alright, so let's see here. One of the Grape Shots is gone. Maybe it was just these two? I don't know. So hard to keep track. Just a little bit of Death and Taxes. I'm going to put a Thalia onto the battlefield here. But with the opponent having Grape Shot in hand, they're guaranteed going to be able to kill our Thalia here. We're just trying to keep them from killing us. So they'll, I'm hoping, have to do like a mini storm, kill Thalia. You don't even have to mini storm, you just have to cast the Grape Shot, right? But, you know, like spend the mana, cast the Grape Shot, and then hopefully they can't continue on from there. Maybe we're supposed to use this Ghost Quarter. It looks like they didn't have any more basics. So next opportunity I get, I should have killed that Shivan Reef already. I guess it doesn't really matter anymore. They already have the mana, but I should have used the Ghost Quarter earlier, taken the Shivan Reef, and they wouldn't have had access to red mana. That would have been pretty sweet. All right. What else you got? All right, so let's see here. Spire Bluff Camel, Steam Vents, Desperate Ritual, so they kept Opt and Lightning Bolt. Vile Stoneforge, Batterskull kind of day? Why not? Seems like a good day to me. And we should have enough mana for the Batterskull, even if we use this Ghost Quarter, so we can get rid of the Shivan Reef. Shivan Reef does deal them damage. It is like potentially 1 damage a turn. The reason I would consider going for the Shivan Reef is Shivan Reef also produces blue mana. Like, taking that choice away from the opponent is kind of attractive. Let me just check something on field here. Okay, field does say non-basic, so that makes me lean towards hitting the mountain a little bit more. Manamorphose. Okay, they're going to keep going. There's the opt we knew about. Okay. So let's go to the end step and we'll get rid of that mountain. Nice. Winds of Abandon again. So we could get rid of Baral and still put the Stoneforge Mystic into play. I like that. No downside to the winds. Seems pretty good. All right, pass back. Opponent has a lot of cards in hand. So still very scary. We are going to start being able to apply pressure, finally. Go get Batterskull. You want to lightning bolt my Stoneforge Mystic? Apparently you do. What do we get? Alright, we're going to tick this up. What format? We're playing Modern. Path to Exile. So we got the choice between play Batterskull or Path to Exile the Baral. That's actually a really difficult choice. What do we think, chat? Do we put down Batterskull or do we Path the Baral? Solomance, thanks for the follow, chat. We got 1 for Path. I kind of like Path now. Opponent's tapped out. They don't have any more basics in the deck. We got 2 more for Path. Hey, Chuck, with the 25 bits. All the bits you can eat. Thanks, bud. Everyone's saying Path. All right, we got the Path. Let's go. Whew, thirsty work making all these decisions. Magic is hard. Refreshing. Nice. Opponent has nothing. They'll probably they'll probably be, I don't know, casting a Gifts or something end of turn. Devilish Greg, can you wait till the end of the game, bud? Stoneforge Mystic again. So I guess we go for the Batterskull here. Oh yeah. The face-to-face tourney. I hate that we missed that. It was so sad. Made me so depressed. Solomance, 28 bits. Thank you, friend. Lost a storm on our last F&M. Do what I can. Okay, thanks for the confirmation there, Greg. Anyone on the YouTube's wondering what I'm talking about, Greg asked to open a chest with some channel points. So we're going to take care of that after the game. Only ever been to one face-to-face tournament. As far as like mid-level tournaments go, they're fantastic. I've always really enjoyed my time at any of those tournaments I've gone to. Alright, let's go for Archon here. Archon off the top, please. Always know, always yield. Field of Ruin. We get to take their last red source. That's not nothing. Okay, here we'll go get Sword. And then next turn we can kill the Electromancer with the Sword. Oh, they got the Shivan Reef off the top. Come on. We put so much work in to kill all their red sources and they just go ahead and draw one. Ah, I miss Hogak. I say that as a person who played Hogak. I understand that the deck was obnoxious. Like, the deck was way too good. It had to go. But I really like winning, so I had an amazing time playing Hogak. Ooh, they go get Empty the Warrens. That's pretty good for them. Ah, the lightning bolt on my dude. Wow. We still might end up losing this one. That's brutal. Well played, opponent. They use their resources very well. How about another, Mindcensor? Give me a break. What are you even doing here, Mindcensor? Get out of here. GG. We put the Sword of Fire and Ice into play. Aether Vial flashes the Mindcensor in. We put the Batterskull back to hand. We put the Batterskull down. We are so dead. Robin Hood, thanks for the follow, friend. It's not looking good, but hopefully you enjoyed the games. Oh, that would have been so much better. I'm so stupid. Why didn't I do that? Fuck. That would have maybe allowed us to do something. But I'm a total idiot. I wasn't thinking about how we had the mana available. Aether Vial, put Mindcensor into play, equip the Batterskull, block whatever, gain life, attack, gain life, block, gain life. We might have actually been able to live. Now we're just hosed. So we're not dead here, right? We go to 2. Yeah, that was your play was a lot better. Your line was way better. I'm just gonna try and bounce back here. I don't know if we have the time to do it, but we're gonna try. If we draw land here, we might be okay. Rest in peace. Past in Flames. Oh, damn it. If we... Oh, the Rest in Peace in hand. GG. Good game. We got really close there. Really, really close. Skull Clamp MTG, thanks for the follow, friend. Yeah, Chuck, I made all kinds of mistakes last turn. Just a huge amount of errors in the last, the penultimate turn of the game. What I was supposed to do was Aether Vial in the Mindcensor, then put Batterskull onto it. But yes, I could have even put the Sword of Fire and Ice onto it too. I just made so many mistakes all around. Yep, bad choices, and we get punished for it this time. That's okay. We'll learn from our mistakes and do better next time.